You ever walk into a room and instantly know you don't belong? That's how it was for me, the first time I really saw Luna Martinez. Picture this. Riverside Classical Dance Academy, gold sunlight bouncing off spotless mirrors, the air thick with the smell of floor wax and expensive perfume. Then there's Luna at 12 years old, shoes way too cheap for the floor, sitting quietly in the corner while her mom scrubbed the glass so the real ballerinas could see their flawless reflections. Some days, I swear you could see right through her unless, of course, you were looking for someone to make fun of. "Hey Luna, want to dance with us?" That's Sophia's voice, echoing through the hall, sugary sweet, but sharp enough to cut. It's not an invitation, not really. More like bait. Luna looked up, eyes steady. Her skin was a deeper shade than any of the others. Her body wasn't built for tutus or Swan Lake. At least that's what folks like to whisper. Madison, queen bee of the academy, chimed in. "Come on, show us what you got. All those afternoons watching, you must be a pro by now." The laughter that followed was cruel, but Luna didn't flinch. She just nodded, stood up slow, and for a split second, the teasing stopped like the room itself was holding its breath. You know what I mean? That split second when everyone expects disaster, and you almost want to look away but can't. MS. Williams was gone to some meeting, so the girls circled up, phones ready, already picturing the humiliating footage they'd share later. Cleaning lady's daughter thinks she's a ballerina. Carmen, Luna's mom, pretended not to notice, but you could see the worry tighten her grip on the mop. She'd grown up around this kind of thing back in Venezuela. She always told Luna, "They'll try to break you, but don't let them see you fall." Sophia pushed harder. "How about that bit from Swan Lake? Je tente de fouetter? You know, the really hard part." Luna nodded again, stepping into the light bare feet, chin up. And man, in that moment, I swear she looked 10 feet tall. Madison laid down the rules. If you can pull off 10 fouettes, we'll be impressed. If not, you never get to watch our rehearsals again. That wasn't a bet. It was exile, and everyone knew it. Now here's where things shift, where you realize Luna's been training all along, not in fancy classes, but in the half-dark after hours, when the only witness was her mom. Carmen would teach her, borrowing bits of folk dance from home, classical moves stolen from the rich girls' routines, stitching them together into something new. "When you dance, you're talking to the universe," Carmen whispered in those secret moments, not trying to impress anybody. The room fell quiet as Luna took her place, the circle around her tightening, giggles dying out as she found her balance. Her posture, God, it was regal. You could almost hear Carmen's voice in the background, reminding her to draw strength from somewhere deeper. Luna's eyes fluttered shut just for a second, then opened wide, burning with a kind of determination you can't fake. She started spinning. The first fouette wasn't perfect, but it had a story in Eater Rawness, a fight. The girls watched, waiting for her to stumble, but she didn't. Second spin, third, fourth. The laughter faded to silence. By the 10th turn, Madison's arms were crossed so tight she looked ready to snap. Carmen, across the room, stopped cleaning and just watched, tears in her eyes. You ever see someone turn the tables without saying a word? That's what Luna did. 20 spins, then 30. Madison's jaw dropped. Sophia's phone shook in her hand. Some of the younger girls started to cry, and not from cruelty, but because something big was happening, something they couldn't quite name. At 40 turns, the door swung open on us. Williams back from her meeting, briefcase forgotten. She just stood there, mouth open, as Luna kept spinning, the room silent, but for the sound of bare feet on polished wood. 45 fouettes. Luna landed soft as a feather, face calm, eyes shining. For a heartbeat, nobody moved. Madison was the first to speak, voice trembling. "Where did you learn to do that?" The answer hit everyone like a punch. "I never studied formally. My mom taught me, and she learned from my great-grandmother, who was a principal dancer back in Venezuela." You could see it, the whole house of cards crumbling, the girls realizing all their years of privilege couldn't match what Luna had built out of love, grit, and a few stolen hours after midnight. Sophia offered her phone. "Can I post this?" "As inspiration?" Luna just nodded. "Just tell the truth. Talent can come from anywhere." For once, It wasn't a clip meant to mock, but a beacon, something to prove the world could look different if you gave it a chance. MS. Williams promised Luna a full scholarship, private lessons, everything. Carmen, her eyes still red, was offered a new job and the respect she'd earned long ago. In Madison, well, she started clapping. Slow, honest applause that grew until everyone joined in. Not out of pity, but awe. 3 months later, that video had 15 million views. The Academy changed its admissions. New kids came in on scholarships, and Luna, she won competitions, gave interviews, became a face for a new kind of ballet, one where heart mattered more than perfect lines. The best twist? Madison and Sophia became her friends, even her biggest supporters. The whole culture of the school shifted, girls of every shape, every shade, every background, dancing together, not for the approval of a few, but for the sheer joy of it. Luna's story traveled all the way to New York, Paris, everywhere, proving over and over that you don't have to fit the mold to set the world on fire. "I don't dance to prove anything," she said in one interview. "I dance because it's who I am. If that inspires others, then I'm doing something right." So, picture this. A year later, Luna stands alone in the old studio, sunlight catching the dust as she dances free, joyful, not just for herself, but for every kid who's ever been told they don't belong. And as the music fades, you have to wonder, what if we stopped letting the world tell us who gets to shine? What if we all got a chance to take that first step, no matter where we come from? Tell me, do you think real talent has a price tag, or a color, or a weight limit? Or do you, like Luna, believe it's time we let the dancing do the talking? Drop your thoughts below, because stories like hers deserve to be argued over, shared, and remembered.
Xin chào các bạn, mình là Trinh, mình phụ trách viết content. Trên đây là những công việc của mình, là mình lên mạng xã hội tìm hiểu những video.
It is cold, yeah. Next one? Alright. Thank you, man. Hey, if you guys have any trouble, let somebody know. Please.
After the tree to hold on to.
Yeah, they're... Use the fence.